Look Outreach is underwritten by the generous support of Munter Enterprises. Family owned and operated since 1972, integrity is important, as our family name is on every project. Our word is our bond. Munter Enterprises. Just build it.
Good. Let's talk about skiing.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, who'd have thunk 18 months ago, mandated by law, the City of Saratoga formed a commission to look into the current form of government and make a recommendation. The mayor formed a panel, a commission of 15 members in the community to go through it. It's gotten a little rough out there, I think you could say, right? A lot of voices coming to the party here. Both sides of the fence, both very credible in most cases. And what I want to do before Election Day is give these sides an opportunity to come in and talk to us about it. So joining me are two key members of the commission. It's Bob Turner and Gordon Boyd. Welcome back, guys.
Thanks very much.
Very nice to have you here. Boy, we've talked a lot about this over the course of the last year. Mm-hmm. You know what I want to do, Bob? Let's. It's been about 18 months, I think, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's a long time. You learn a lot in 18 months. What have you learned?
I think one of the things that we've learned in talking to so many people in the community is, on one hand, they really like parts of the current charter. They really like the tough financial stringent provisions and the sort of financial stability that's been provided. Mm-hmm. But I think they also, as they're looking towards the future, they're thinking about the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years and what's going to be best for the children. Mm-hmm. And there, I think what we heard is they want more representation and they want more professional management.
I've got it. That's an interesting point because this form of government, it's like 1915, right? Right, Gordon? Think about what it was like. Think about voting rights in 1915.
It was 6 years before women had the franchise. So
yes,
I don't really think that when they designed this charter, they had any thought of women participating in city government, and it's turned out to be true. Uh-huh. Over more than 100 years, we've only had 7 women elected to positions in the present form of government, the 5 commissioners. Yeah. And we are very persuaded that the form of government that people will have an opportunity to vote on next Tuesday will open up participation to all kinds of people in the community and really tap all the talent that is here. Mm-hmm. It'll have a separate city council of 6 members plus the mayor, elected citywide, and they will hire the city manager and monitor what is going on in the administration, and the manager will pull the whole administrative structure of city government into one unit. Right now it's in the 5 units with an elected person at the top of each silo.
Yes, right.
So we think this will lead to more efficiency, save money, greater participation, and it'll put an end to the political cronyism in City Hall.
I interviewed one of the city managers that came in from one of the, I forget which one I interviewed here, but I know you've had a number of them come in, and I was very taken with their sort of view on it. What'd you learn when you asked them to come into town?
One of the things that's really striking to them is just the sort of depth of expertise and knowledge and professionalism they bring to their enterprise. Again, you have to sort of really think, if you were to run a $66 million business, you'd want to have someone with experience and with credentials. These the city managers that we've spoken to, they're very data-driven. They're very focused on getting 10-year results and squeezing the most out of every scarce tax dollar. Mm-hmm. They're also really concerned about fairness and equity in the distribution of city services. The mayor that we spoke to last night said, if I were to tell him, hey, I want you to do this sort of favor on a development project or waive these water fees, that the city manager would say absolutely not. And I think that kind of transparency and fairness for everyone in the city is really one of the things that we've heard that voters want.
Boy, that's really well said. What would you add to that?
Well, the only thing I would add would be that their professional association requires that they remain apolitical. They don't enroll in a party, they don't donate, they don't put signs in their yard. They're completely hands-off as far as politics is concerned. That's all the provenance of the elected officials that they work for. So you're not going to see a professional city manager, as we have required that they be in the charter that's on the ballot. You're not going to see that professional city manager playing politics with the city council.
Well, that leads me to think there's a sense of accountability that's very different than the current setup.
Yes, very different.
One of the things that every city manager we've spoken to said, I get a list of goals to achieve for the year, and if I don't achieve those, I know I'm going to be gone.
Yeah, right.
And I think one of the things that we see when we look in Saratoga Springs is there's a lot of missed opportunities, right? Why is it taken 20 years to be nowhere on the Geyser Crest Trail? What's happening with the EMS station on the Eastern Plateau? What's happening with the parcel of land by the city center? I mean, these are things that Saratoga's been struggling with for a long time, and we don't get anywhere because they don't fall neatly into any one of the 5 little silos. And no one takes, in this system, no one takes accountability. They're just very focused on protecting the power in their little fiefdom, and they're not accountable to the broad city as a whole.
I've got it. You know what? There's 2 other topics that I want to discuss, and we won't have time to get into them as thoroughly as I would like. So I'm going to break this interview into part 2. Okay,
Right.
guys?
Sure.
So to see part 1 of this interview again, please go to our website, looktvonline.com.
Look Outreach is underwritten by the generous support of Munter Enterprises. Family owned and operated since 1972, integrity is important, as our family name is on every project. Our word is our bond. Munter Enterprises. Just build it.
Exceptional products, expert design, experienced professionals. An American Buildings Company authorized builder can turn your dream of a new building into a reality. Because ABC Builders are local contractors, they know your market and can handle your project from beginning to end. So if you're ready today, your ABC Builder is building tomorrow.
Call Munter Enterprises, 518-584-6174.